Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we diving deep into a classic fairy tale from the Brothers Grimm that's packed with magic, greed, and a little bit of sweet, sweet revenge. It's called The Wishing Table, The Gold Ass, and The Cudgel in the Sack. Trust me, the names are just the beginning of the fun. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's explore this wonderfully weird and wise story together. Our tale begins with a tailor who has 3 sons. Life is tough, and there's not much to go around. One day, the tailor, believing a lie told by their mischievous pet goat, unfairly kicks each of his sons out of the house, one by one. So, with nothing but the clothes on their backs, the 3 brothers set off into the world to seek their fortunes. Each brother decides to become an apprentice to a different master, hoping to learn a trade that will secure their future. The eldest son apprentices himself to a joiner, a master woodworker. He works diligently, learning everything there is to know about crafting wood. When his apprenticeship ends, his master, pleased with his hard work, gives him a very special parting gift. It's a plain, ordinary-looking wooden table. But this is no ordinary table. The master tells him, whenever you're hungry, just say, "Table, be set," and it will instantly be covered with the most delicious feast you can imagine. The son is overjoyed. A wishing table. His fortune is made. On his journey home, feeling confident and happy, the eldest brother stops at an inn for the night. Wanting to show off his amazing possession, he invites all the other guests to join him. He sets down his little table and proudly declares, "Table, be set." In a flash, the table is laden with roasted meats, fine wines, and delectable pastries. Everyone is amazed, including the innkeeper, whose eyes gleam with greed. That night, while the brother sleeps, the sneaky innkeeper swaps the magical table with an identical, but completely normal, one from his storeroom. The next morning, the unsuspecting brother continues his journey home, completely unaware he's been robbed. Meanwhile, the second son apprentices himself to a miller. He learns the trade well, and when his time is up, his master rewards him with a truly remarkable gift, a donkey. But this isn't just any donkey. The master explains. When you say the word bricklebrit, this donkey will produce gold coins from its mouth, and, well, from the other end too. A gold ass. The second brother can't believe his luck. He's rich. On his way home, he too decides to stop for the night at the very same inn. He arrives with his donkey and asks the innkeeper for the best stable. He hints that his animal is no ordinary beast. The innkeeper, naturally curious and already proven to be quite greedy, spies on the brother. He watches in astonishment as the brother says, "Bricklebrute," and the donkey starts dropping a pile of shiny gold coins. The innkeeper knows he must have this animal. So, just like before, he waits until the brother is asleep and swaps the magical gold ass with a regular donkey from his stable. The next morning, the second brother heads home, just as clueless as his older sibling. Now, it's the third and youngest son's turn. He apprentices himself to a woodturner. He proves to be a dedicated student, and at the end of his service, his master presents him with a sack. Inside this sack, the master says, is a cudgel, a heavy club. If anyone ever means you harm, just say, "Cudgel," out of the sack. It will leap out and give the wrongdoer a thrashing they'll never forget. It will only stop when you say, "Cudgel," into the sack. This gift isn't for creating wealth, but for delivering justice. The third brother, having received letters from his siblings boasting about their magical treasures. Suspects something is amiss when they don't return home as rich men. He decides to stop at the same inn on his journey home, sensing it might be the source of the trouble. He arrives, carrying his sack, and sits down in the main room. He begins to talk loudly about his own incredible magical possession. A treasure so great it makes a wishing table, and a gold donkey, seem like children's toys. The innkeeper's ears perk up immediately. Another magical item. He offers the brother a drink, hoping to get him to reveal his secret. The clever brother plays along, hinting that the treasure is inside his sack. Of course, the innkeeper can't resist. He waits until he thinks the brother is sound asleep, then creeps into his room to steal the sack. He grabs it. Thinking he's about to become the most powerful man in the world. As he starts to pull it away, the brother, who was only pretending to be asleep, shouts "Cudgel" out of the sack. Instantly, the cudgel leaps out and starts beating the greedy innkeeper relentlessly. It thumps and thwacks him all over the room. The innkeeper screams and begs for mercy, promising to return everything he has stolen. The brother watches calmly until he feels the lesson has been learned. "Cudgel, into the sack," he commands. The club immediately stops and zips back into its bag. The terrified innkeeper, bruised and humbled, quickly retrieves the real wishing table and the true gold ass from his storeroom, and gives them back to the youngest brother. The brother packs them up and finally heads for home, not just with his own magical item, but with his brother's rescued treasures as well. When he arrives home, he finds his two older brothers living in poverty, their dreams of a life of ease completely shattered. They had tried to use their fake magical items, only to be met with disappointment and ridicule. The youngest brother reveals the whole story: the thieving innkeeper, the cudgel's justice, and the recovered treasures. To celebrate, he sets down the real wishing table. "Table, be set," he says. And instantly, a magnificent feast appears before them. The family rejoices. Then, he brings in the goldess, Bricklebruth. He commands, and a shower of gold coins covers the floor, ensuring they will never be poor again. The three brothers, now reunited and prosperous, live happily ever after, enjoying their magical gifts together. Oh, and what about the goat that started all the trouble? Let's just say it met a fitting end and never caused problems for anyone again. So, what can we take away from this story? It's a classic tale about the dangers of greed. The innkeeper's desire for more and more ultimately led to his painful downfall. He ended up with nothing but bruises. On the other hand, the brothers, especially the youngest, show us the value of honesty, cleverness, and justice. The first two brothers were a bit naive, but the third brother used his wits and his unique gift to right the wrongs that had been done. It teaches us that true fortune isn't just about having magical things. It's about fairness, family, and making sure justice prevails. It's a reminder that ill-gotten gains never last, but integrity and courage do. What did you think of this story? It's one of my favorites because of how perfectly the punishment fits the crime. Let me know in the comments which magical item you'd want the most: the wishing table, the gold ass, or the cudgel in the sack. I think I'd have to go with the wishing table. Imagine never having to cook again. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this fairy tale breakdown, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more stories and folklore from around the world. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!